What if I told you there's a silent saboteur hiding on your dinner plate? Something you've been told is perfectly normal, even part of a classic American meal, but is actually locking up your cells and making your diabetes worse, one bite at a time.
And what if the solution everyone's talking about, that miracle low-carb diet, is actually a double-edged sword? Something that delivers incredible short-term results but could be quietly setting you on a different path with hidden risks no one is warning you about.
These aren't just theories. These are the hard questions that science has finally starting to answer. And for the next 10 minutes, we're going to unmask the truth. Welcome to Health Unmasked.
Today, we're diving deep into a question from a listener, John, who's 65 and lives in Ohio. He asks, is it true that saturated fat is making my insulin resistance worse, and should I go all in on a low-carb diet to manage my diabetes?
These questions are so important, Ben. And to answer them, let's talk about a man named Robert, a 68-year-old veteran from Texas. Robert loves his steak, bacon, and dairy. After his type 2 diabetes diagnosis, he did everything his doctor told him to, but his A1C numbers wouldn't budge.
He felt like he was failing. He tried a low-fat diet, loading up on good carbs like whole wheat bread, but his blood sugar shot up. He tried cutting calories, but that just left him hungry and exhausted. The breaking point was when his doctor suggested increasing his medication.
And this is where the curtain gets pulled back. Robert's daughter, a nurse, showed him a concept called lipotoxicity. Ben, picture insulin as a key and your cells as a lock.
Okay, insulin is the key, the cell is the lock. Got it.
Exactly. Insulin's job is to unlock the cell to let sugar in, but when we eat too much saturated fat, the kind in red meat, butter, and cheese, our cells start producing a substance called ceramide.
Ceramide? That doesn't sound friendly.
It's the saboteur. Think of ceramide as pouring glue into the lock. It gums up the works, making the insulin key useless. That's insulin resistance. And this isn't just a theory. A controlled study from Washington University had overweight adults eat a diet very high in saturated fat for 4 weeks. The result? Their insulin sensitivity dropped significantly, even though they didn't gain any weight.
Wow. So the culprit was the type of fat, not just weight gain. So the answer for John is a resounding yes. Saturated fat is an enemy.
Precisely, which brings us to the second question. Is low carb the hero? Robert, now understanding the problem, tried a low-carb diet. And at first, it felt like a miracle.
I can imagine. Blood sugar stabilizes, the pounds start coming off, the doctor lowers his medication. He must have thought he had found the final answer.
He did, and his experience is backed up by a large-scale meta-analysis published in 2021 in the prestigious medical journal, the BMJ. It found that for the first 6 months, people on low-carb diets had significantly higher rates of diabetes remission, lost more weight, and had better blood sugar control.
I'm sensing a very big but coming, Grace.
A huge but. That very same study in the BMJ found that after 12 months, most of those amazing benefits vanished. The advantages in weight loss and blood sugar control were almost gone.
Why is that?
Because of one word: sustainability. Robert got tired of the restrictions. He missed the taste of an apple. Going out to dinner became a source of stress, not joy. The short-term magic had become a long-term burden.
So if low carb isn't the long-term answer, what is?
This is where it all clicks into place. A head-to-head study from Stanford Medicine, published in 2022 in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, put the very strict keto diet against the Mediterranean diet.
Okay, the super restrictive diet versus the more balanced one. What did they find?
The results were stunning. Both diets were equally effective at controlling blood sugar and helping with weight loss. There was no extra benefit from the extreme carb cutting. But the Mediterranean diet was much easier to stick with. And, critically, it lowered bad cholesterol, while the keto diet tended to raise it.
So you get the same great results, but with a plan you can actually live with.
Exactly. And there's one more crucial detail. A major study from the Harvard T.H. Sand School of Public Health found that a low-carb diet based on plant-based foods was associated with a 24% lower risk of premature death in people with diabetes. But a low-carb diet heavy in animal products, it showed no similar benefit.
So let's put this all together for John and for everyone listening. What's the game plan?
The plan is clear. Think of a low-carb diet as a powerful short-term intervention tool. It can help you reboot your system, break through insulin resistance, and get rapid weight loss.
But for long-term success, the key is a more sustainable approach, like the Mediterranean diet. It's not about deprivation, it's about smart choices. Focus on whole, unprocessed foods, eat lots of vegetables, choose lean proteins like fish and chicken, embrace healthy fats from olive oil, avocados, and nuts, and most importantly, eliminate added sugars and refined grains.
This isn't a diet, it's a lifestyle upgrade, a strategy you can stick with for life.
Robert's story shows that taking back control of your health isn't about finding a single magic bullet. It's about building an intelligent, sustainable lifestyle based on solid science.
And we know you have your own questions. This isn't just a podcast, it's a conversation.
Exactly. Are you wondering about a specific food, a good or bad habit? Leave your question in the comments section. We read every single one and we'll pick the best questions to unmask the truth in future episodes of Health Unmasked.
Thanks for listening. Let's pull back the curtain on health together.